Hello. Make sure everything's working. Drop a like and put something in the chat so we know everybody's here and everything is all good. First Monday Tactics Talk, first Tactics Talk of the week. What's up, Daniel Knight? Stone Cold Steve saying, finally been able to get a live from Australia. Love the channel. Thank you very much, Stone Cold Steve. Oscar, very much appreciated. The support on the channel has been crazy over the last few weeks. So support from all over the world, it seems. Australia, America, we've got the English folk in. We've got, I think, quite a good following in the African countries as well. So very, very strong all across the board. And thank you very much, everybody, for the support. And let's keep that support going with as many likes as possible. Daniel Knight saying, please just give me a here we go for Simmons and Hato. Fabrizio, that's who you want to give it. Or Ornstein, one or the other. Let's just get one. That's essentially what today's Tactic Talk is going to be about. There's not a specific subject that I want to touch on. I just wanted to get like a little stream out today because, again, just to mention it again, now that we've split the channels in half, and I will put a link to my other channel in the comments. But now that we split the channel in half, we will probably be doing a little bit more sort of generalised content for Chelsea as well. So wanted to get on today and speak a little bit about just the transfers in general, really, and see where we are at with a few of the deals, a few opinions, answer a few questions on the transfers that are coming in right now. Again, Xavi Simmons, Hato, but also a few of the outgoings, if people want to mention that. You got, of course, who we got? So we got Jackson being linked. There was a Newcastle link today. Of course, Felix has left now. I'll really quickly just put the other channel link in the description. Please do go and follow this other channel and subscribe and drop likes on those videos. It really, really helps me out. I'm trying to get that channel off the ground as well. This is the main channel. This is the main project, the Chelsea channel, which will always be here. Trying to have daily content on this channel. So this is always going to be the primary focus. But the other channel is so that I can sort of get out the tactical analysis that I want on other teams. And sometimes it won't even be team specific. It will just be a topic. So it might be about fullbacks and the evolution of fullbacks. So that channel is going to have some really interesting content over there. So go subscribe to that if you haven't already. All support is really, 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 really appreciated over on that channel. And if you haven't already, like this stream, because we're already at 11. We've got 25 people in the building. We want to get this stream up in likes as soon as possible. But get your questions in, because we're going to do this as a little bit of a Q&A stream. We've got the Tactics board ready in case we need to sort of demonstrate anything particular. But yeah, that's basically today's stream. It's a little bit more chill, a little bit more chat enthused. And we're going to go from there. So drop all your questions in. I'm going to get to that one from Quiz Pursuit in 2 seconds. We're also pushing towards 7K subs on the channel. So that's like the next big aim. 7 to 7.5K is like the next big aim before 10K at the end of the year. So let's try and help to get our way towards that. Cool. With Jackson out for big money, but only if replaced by a big-time player in attack, would you rather Sesko or add Rodgers and Yildiz in addition to Xavi? I don't think you need to add Rodgers and Yildiz in addition to Xavi, personally. I just don't think it's worth it. I think you end up with too many hybrids at that point, which you don't want, because, again, João Pedro is of that ilk. Sesko is high risk. I wouldn't... It depends what the price is for Jackson, like we said, like out for big money. Ekatike should have been that guy to replace Jackson if you were going to sell him. In all honesty, unless it does reach like the 80 million being quoted, even at 65, and I know this sounds ridiculous because it's a really good price, I just don't think it's worth continuously... I don't think it's worth having 3 new strikers in the team this year and just having such a huge turnaround of personnel. I would keep Jackson this season unless you can get that like 75, 80 million. And then it becomes really hard to turn down because he's not going to be a starter. So I get it. I do get it. And even if they take 65, I'd somewhat understand it because it's a good price. But I just think the stats are there. Yeah, the Greek guy, I was literally doing something on him yesterday. It's like, you know about, because they've got 2, haven't they? They've got Savolis. Let me quickly look it up. I'm really bad at pronunciations as well. So, but they signed one in January Kostulas is the one they signed this summer. Who's the one they signed in January? Simas. Yeah, Simas. They're both really, really good. And both are good for that reason. Yeah, agreed. Nothing less than 70 million. I think that's fair. Quiz Pursuit asked as well, is Donnarumma that bad with his feet? For me, he's just nowhere near the standard that gives you an increase. Now, I was talking about this on the stream earlier, a different channel, which will be on my Twitter. When that video comes out, that podcast comes out, I'll link it to you on the channel. So always make sure you're following my Twitter if you don't already, because that's where I'll sort of update any other content that I do on other channels and vice versa. The last time you said you would keep someone, they left. Is that Madueke, Joaxi? So with Donnarumma at his feet, the thing is with him is he's a little bit sort of erratic with the ball at his feet, especially in close quarters. Shot stopping, absolutely no issue. You've seen it in the Champions League. He can win games on his own in those small sort of sample sizes. And I was talking about this earlier, like I said on the podcast. For me, these sorts of keepers that can make huge saves in these sort of knockout rounds, and they will win you tournaments. Robert Sanchez has just done that for us in the Club World Cup. He has shown in one-off games he can be that. He can really step up to those one-off occasions. He has the quality and he has the natural sort of qualities and natural talent to be that for Chelsea. My biggest issue with Robert Sanchez to trying to win a Premier League is that it's not a knockout format where it's just 8 games or 9 games. This is a tournament that is a league format, which is 38 games long. And over that 38 games, it only takes 1 or 2 mistakes, 1 or 2 really poor games where his inconsistency shows through. And those bozo moments come out that people would sort of refer to them as those mistakes that cost us goals, which cost us points, which then cost us a Premier League title or a Premier League title challenge. And that's why, for me, Sanchez is not a league goalkeeper at Chelsea level. But he could, like we've seen in the Club World Cup, he has the ability to step up and be that. So I don't think it's worth bringing in another of that archetype, in my opinion, with Donnarumma, albeit much more high profile and much better than Robert Sanchez. I would rather either go for Mike Maignan and like somebody of that ilk who massively improves us, not only shot stopping, but also with the ball on foot and consistency for league format. But if not, people aren't going to like this. I think I would have stuck with Petrovic, but that's now not an option. So now I think, unless you can get Maignan or somebody of that ilk, and yes, I mean ilk with both off ball, on the ball as well, I'd keep Sanchez for another year because I do actually think that you can make it work until Penders is ready. That is not me saying I wouldn't get rid of Sanchez if you could get a Mike Maignan. And yes, I would have also liked Petrovic to stay. That would have been ideal. I would have made Petrovic the number 1, albeit that would have been my decision. But that is now not a possibility, so we have to go past that. We have to move past that, and we have to continue to speak of other options. So that's where I'm at with Sanchez and Maignan and Donnarumma and Penders, because as Quiz Pursuit saying here, I know Donnarumma has some bozo moments as well. I'm just trying to see if he would actually be a marginal improvement. We will pay him 200k a week. If we believe he improves us, he will get homesick in 2 to 3 years, and Penders can step up then. And this is what I mean. I kind of think Petrovic again would have been ideal, but if I'd just stick with Sanchez if you can't get Maignan for this season. And I do think that could cost you the Premier League. So, but I also think Donnarumma could cost you the Premier League for the same reason, because of the inconsistency. And I think that if you're not going to get that big jump to a consistent keeper for a 38-game league season, then yeah, that's sort of where I'm at with it. Anyway, Connor, when was the last time Sanchez cost us a goal with a mistake? Can't remember. Was it the clearance against Bournemouth? Was it 2-2 against Bournemouth where he made the clearance straight into... Yeah, it might have been Bournemouth. Trying to think now. Somebody remind me if you can remember. Last mistake Sanchez cost us a goal with. Think it on Wolves. Royal Blues saying. Wolves. Well, we beat Wolves the second time though, didn't we? So we beat them 6-2 and then it was Wolves at home. What was the score, Wolves at home? Was it 3-1? Why am I forgetting that game? What was at home? Somebody remind me in the chat. Right, let's quickly try and get through these because we've got a few more messages coming through. Just going to move the chair so it's going to squeak a bit. Hey Connor, thanks for the content. Which left backs, right backs, midfielders do you see as the most suitable for zone replacement in the world today? This is the question I forgot to answer again because it's so hard to answer. I'll try and give you a vague answer because it's easy to do on stream because I can give a little bit more context to the answers. Left backs, I would say the likes of Nuno Mendes, of course. Cucurella as well because he can operate. Again, what you're looking for with zone replacement is you're looking for the player that can operate in all of the zones they need to operate in. So left back, you want them to be able to provide width. Yes, it might not be Cucurella's main strength, but can he operate in width? Can he operate in the pocket? Can he operate inverted? Can he operate as a left centre back? Can he operate as a left back nominally? So Nuno Mendes, Cucurella. I would also say I think Miles Lewis-Skelly has that in him. I'm a huge fan of Miles Lewis-Skelly. Shame that he's Arsenal, but I'm a huge fan of him. I think he's very much got that sort of capacity to operate in all zones. Lewis Hall is another one that I really like for that reason. I'm trying to think of other left backs. I think because Balde, I think he's like Barcelona. He's brilliant, but he's more of an outside of a block than an inside of a block player. So maybe not like the best suitable for zone replacement, but he could still do it because he's just so good and he's so athletic. Hato is close to being that. I just think that it's so early to say it. But I think that he could like to put him in like a top 5 for zone replacement. But he's definitely a name that he suits the bill. Who's other options for left back? We'll go on to right back because again, I think right back you've got Reece James, perfect for it. Again, if his legs sort of can allow him to do so. Hakimi as well. Livramento is another one that I really like for it. Who else? Cambiasso. But again, he can be left or right back from Juventus. Who else? Can't think of any more right backs that are perfect for zone replacement now. Centre mids, I think there's a lot of them. I think midfielders is much easier because you've got Vitinha, Neves, who are both perfect for it. Enzo Fernandez, perfect for it. Casado is perfect for it, but you maybe don't get the same movement out of him because he's so important to Chelsea's anchor. Who else? Zubimendi will be very brilliant for it with Arsenal. Liverpool have got some very good ones in terms of McAllister and Szoboszlai, who I think will both be perfect for it. Valverde would be perfect for it. Barella, Çalhanoğlu. There's so many midfielders that you could put into that because, again, and you can sort of make your own sort of mind up with this as to what you think these players are capable of. Because, again, there's one thing seeing players do it, like PSG, they're the obvious answers because we're seeing it week in, week out. But it's not to say that you can't sort of preempt that another player could be able to do it. So the whole thing with zone replacement and why I'm trying to sort of almost teach it rather than give you like specific answers, I'm trying to like let you make your own decisions, is who do you think can operate in like, let's say Hato, like I said with sort of the left back, who can operate in the nominal left back zone, the left centre back zone when he becomes in a back 3, in the pocket, in the inverted, in the pocket and at width. Can they operate in all of those 5 zones? To some degree, that is the level of can they like be a zone replacement player for the fullbacks, and then for the midfielders again, can they play in here? Can they push forward? Can they drop into the back line to receive the ball? Can they sort of go into those fullback areas to progress play like Toni Kroos-esque? That's sort of the zone replacement sort of abilities that you want from those players. So hopefully that answer helps to some degree. For Maignan, is cross-claiming not an issue? If it was vital with us not necessarily having aerially dominant back line. It depends if people start to sort of like focus in on it. I think that Colwill and when Fofana's back, I think it's definitely something that's improving, like tossing as well. Yes, we're not like the best in the air. Like you say, we're not dominant in the air, but Sanchez does have that to a very high level. And I think it's something that has shown, especially in the back end of the season, that it's quite a big thing for us. So it could become an issue if we get targeted on it. But I've got a lot of messages coming through. So I'm going to skip a few. So if I haven't answered a few of the ones further up, then just retype it down at the bottom and I'll try and get to it again. If Jackson is out for some big money, Sesko comes in for the same fee, you would do it. So that's interesting because I'm not too sure if I would have all 3 new strikers this year, even though I do think Sesko's ceiling is higher than Jackson's just because of fundamentals. Connor Talks Football. This is the channel I was on earlier that I was speaking about, where I was talking about that Sanchez sort of dilemma. So go follow Connor if you haven't already over here. Connor Talks Football. Does a lot of like really good content in terms of speaking to some fans, is what he's doing at the minute. So he had me on his channel today. We recorded a video. Go check him out if you haven't already. There'll be a Chelsea podcast type video thing over on his channel where I spoke about a few different issues or transfers, etc., over there. But yeah, it was really good interview. So I think you guys would enjoy that. No worries, Stig. Don't know if you put anything back up here. For Donnarumma, I saw that he wants 12 million euros a year. Sounds like, yeah. Hello, Kaz. Lewis Hall's so good. I love Lewis Hall. I think he's perfect for zone replacement. I'm such a big Lewis Hall fan. People probably remember before he left, I was just so big on him. Yeah, I do. I think he does deserve more credit towards the back end of the season. I do agree with that. And like I say, I think Sanchez can step up in those sort of one-off games, and he has quality to win you matches. But I just think over a Premier League season, where it's 38 games long, the consistency will hurt you. So that's my only issue with Sanchez. But I do think in those one-off games, he's shown that he has the sort of talent. It's just, you know what's coming with Sanchez. You know that it's never too far away from a mistake as well. Even in the PSG game, so good. There was one moment where he made a bit of a howler. Luckily, it didn't attempt to go to anything. Exactly this, Connor. As we said earlier, Sanchez's biggest issue is staying consistent for a 38-game league season. So that's my thing with him. Is there any setup where we could keep natural wingers on both sides whilst fitting Simmons, Palmer in the 10s? Against poor teams, like say that we're playing against a back 5 and we're really going to dominate, you could perhaps have Simmons in instead of Enzo Fernandez, where you technically have Simmons not in the pivot, but you'd have Caicedo as a solo pivot and then Simmons and Palmer as like double 8s. But I think that would be slightly unbalanced for most games. Pardon me. So that would have to be like very specific games. Don't know. But we're doing a video. I think it should be out tomorrow. We're doing a video where I've asked for some different lineups on. I do some different lineups on Twitter. I asked for some, and I've been given some. So we're going to go through in a video your guys' lineup. So if you haven't had the chance to do so, go over to my Twitter. Leave one of your favourite Chelsea lineups that you would like to see. A little bit more experimental. And I'm going to be doing that for a video where we sort of assess each one and speak a little bit about like the issues within them, the balance, what maybe could go wrong, where you could maybe use it, where you maybe wouldn't use it. And we're going to use that as a little bit of a fun video to sort of assess your guys' lineups, but also to try and help people understand the balancing of a lineup. So I think that would be a really good, like a fun sort of thing to do. How much would I take for Cucurella? I wouldn't sell him at all this season. I think he's too important leadership-wise. 80 million, I get it. Like, but I'd be looking still even then to like wait till next season to see if Hato like fully grows into the role. Connor, a lot of people ask me this, right? And I don't know if it's because it's so faint in this bottom corner, but it's a free tactics board, right? Just type in tactical-dashboard.com. And I'll send this over to you. I could probably I'll link it over to you in DMs. But it's a free tactics board. It's brilliant. Like, it is like really easy. Like, of course you get like these ad bits around the side, but I get this all the time, and I think it's just because it's so faint down here that you can't see the actual sort of wording. It's quite faint, isn't it? But yeah, it's a free tactics board, so that's what I use at the minute. It's really, really good. Do you think we could sell a Chempong if we loan him? Do you think we could sell a Chempong if we loan him? Oh, you mean like they might try to? Yeah. There's not many good ones around. This is the first one I found that I like really took a liking to in terms of what I can use, especially on my computer on stream. The one I use on my phone is a bit different, but that's usually just to show like lineups. I don't really like have the same sort of level of detail that I use on here with this one. Yeah, I mean, definitely a team. If we end up loaning a Chempong, don't be surprised if that team tries to sign him because he's so good that why wouldn't you? It's a bit like when Cole went to Brighton. Of course, they wanted to keep him because he's so good. Um, but do I think Chelsea would sanction it? I'm hoping not, but you never know. Would we see Casado at right back this season to see Simmons Palmers as 10s? Again, possibly, very possibly. Because again, like we said earlier, if we get rid of all this, let's say James doesn't start. Let's say Casado starts right back. Let's just put Kukurea in. Where is he? There. Say that. Let's say Enzo. The problem is with this is still don't think Enzo would start there. It'd probably have to be Lavia, just so that you have an actual because when Casado's obviously pinned out here, you want more presence in the middle of the pitch as well. So let's say it was this, and you'd had 2 number 8s. Neto on the right, Gittins on the left, because like they said, we have 2 natural wingers. This would be how it looks out of possession. So whether you like that or not, that's up to you. Again, you get a bit more work rate from Simmons than you get from sort of like your Felix or Nkunku's, and you still have Lavia behind rather than an Enzo. But then, yes, on the ball, you'd have those 2 going to the middle. This will probably be Chalobah, because just for being a bit more of a wide central defender like this. Then you have your box in here. Still got your 2 touchline wingers. And then you got your centre forward. So, yeah, that's probably the way you'd do that if you was looking to set up in the way that you just said with Casado at right back and these 2 in the middle of the park. Kaz, how did Liverpool line up in pre-season against AC Milan? Kirkes and Frimpong didn't start against Milan, I don't think. From the bits that I saw, they were still quite they still sort of had similar build-up patterns. The rest defence is something I'm watching. I'll try and get a Liverpool video out on my other channel once I've seen a few more pre-season games, because I want to assess them in more detail, because at the minute I'm still kind of thinking a lot of it is still fitness-based, and we've not seen like Kirkes and Frimpong play more than a 45 together, I don't think. So I want to see a little bit more before I start making conclusions on them, really. Hello, Bruce. What's up? Kenda left back overlap to provide a runner with Simmons left wing. Palmer 10. Hato, Colwell, Reece back 3 in possession. Lavia, Casado pivot. I just don't think Kenda's going to play as a fullback. Like I say, I think it would get him into this position. I understand that fully. But in the same way that people say that about Neto, I think it's very possible they have it in their arsenal to do it. They're good enough to. But I just think the promise to Kenda, it seems like the way that we've got him in is to sort of convince him that he will get this role to play higher up the pitch. So I just don't think it will happen. But I'm not saying it wouldn't be possible based on quality. Newcastle worst summer in recent history if/when Sesko rejects them. Already reports he might prefer a move to Man United. Crazy their window, isn't it? I put a tweet out the other day. They've missed so many signings. Isaac now trying to force a move. Madness. After getting Champions League football, madness. Really rate the depth in this team now. Yeah, it's strong. If we get Simmons and Hato through the door, the team's in a really strong spot. I'm assuming you've accidentally clicked enter without finishing the question there, so I'll let you type the rest, Stella. Liverpool are messing up big time by going for Isaac. They need El Canoes to Pat. Sorry, that's just like really bad attention span there, because I've gone straight to El Canoes because that's just one of my favourite players in the league. Might go to Palace. That would be unbelievable. That would be like the perfect Eze replacement in terms of one of those number 10s. Where have you seen that, Zach? Because I think that's perfect for him. Really do. Really, really like that. Liverpool messing up big time by going for Isaac. They need centre-backs and a 6. Right now, they look like food. I hope they do complete the Isaac move. Yes and no. Again, with Ekatike, yes, you can definitely sort of speak about the signings and the timing of it all. I do think they need a number 6, but I think that the way they're going to play this year, and again, I'm waiting to sort of really draw my conclusions. I think that what they want in midfield is everybody to have just very connected work rate. Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and then also Curtis Jones. I think the idea is going to be that they're almost all box to box in a sense. Obviously, Gravenberch will be the most reserved, but the idea is that they all rotate and they all work their absolute arses off to make sure that they protect those sort of half spaces in transition if those fullbacks are pushed up. And they've got another year with Van Dijk, of course. They've got another year of Canate, and they've obviously got Van Dijk for another 2. So I still think they could probably get Gurhey as well. But even without, it's not the end of the world this season. Next season, obviously, if they lose Konate, that's when that will be like the position of need. And I guess when you can get Isaac, like, you can't really turn that down, can you? Are there any reports that we promised Kenda to be a winger? I think I genuinely can't remember what it was, so I might just be way off the ball here. I do remember seeing it somewhere. I'm not sure to what degree, so you'll have to just like take that with however you want to take it, because I can't fully remember. I can't give you a name of where I saw it or a source, but I do remember seeing it somewhere. Santi out of France, Spain for the El Canous thing. Newcastle have been humbled this season. Their fans are very loud and deserve this. I don't think they deserved it to this degree. I get what you mean. Like, obviously, they were very loud about Isaac particularly, but it's been so bad, isn't it? Like, other than Alanga, it's just everything has fallen flat. But yeah, I get what you mean. For the friendlies next weekend. Yeah, I mean, in the friendlies, we'll have streams during the build up to them all. We'll probably have, like, again, pre-match streams, post-match streams for those. So yeah, we'll have loads of content on those friendlies as well. At this point, it seems like we're definitely going to sell Jackson. Any idea who would sign to replace him? I don't like the idea of having all three new strikers this season. So I think if we sell Jackson, Guiu might just stay around as the third choice. Because if you were going to sell Jackson earlier in the window, before you'd also signed João Pedro, then I would have got Ekitike, because then that's like a similar profile to Jackson, who still brings a little bit of hybrid nature as well. And then you could have had, even if you signed João Pedro as well, that could have been your Simmons signing. So few different, like, spinning plates. But yeah, I'm just not overly keen on then adding another. Like, say you had Sesko. I just think the minutes between the front three becomes so tough to call, and I just think it becomes overkill to the point where Delap might start to question his sort of, like, before he's even got started, does he start to question his role? I don't like the idea of that. Whereas with Jackson already here, he knew what he was stepping into with Jackson. So that's where I'm at. Oh, Ben Jacobs said the Xavi Simmons bid is imminent. Does that just come up as it? Very nice. If that happens, maybe later today we'll have a Xavi Simmons special stream as well as an extra. Because like I say, now that the channels have been split, I can focus all of my Chelsea content. I can sort of focus into this, and then all the other content. The other channel will have maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, which take a little bit longer to sort of decide and use. But the Chelsea content, I can keep flowing a little bit more now. I've got a little list of videos that I'm going to make for this main channel now. Clear Lake, are you mad? Why? Please, this is just about Simmons, right? Even with Alanga, there was a clip where all he wanted to do was play a 1-2 with the centre forward, then sprint down the channel. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. Because like you say, you get rid of Isaac, and now Ekitike, who would have been the other guy there, gone. Like, they've just missed a lot. They've missed a lot this summer, and it's going to hurt them. I do think that again, I've got a video coming on Newcastle. They're one that I have already got in the works, because I think that the idea this season from Hal was to almost go 4-2-4 or 4-4-2 and have a very transitional approach, because they're so athletic, Newcastle. And of course, they've like added wingers who work hard off the ball, but also attack well in transition. So I do think that there's a plan there, but it's just the transfers have just not hit. If they'd have hit, they could have been a really dangerous side this year. I would have really, like, I mean, I still kind of do. Like, I don't like playing Newcastle because I think they're awkward. Minute silence at St James's for this window. Do you think the difference between Delap and Jackson is huge? I don't think we should let Jackson go just yet. I don't think we should let Jackson go. I think they're very different players. Manchester United fans are saying, Ineos, are you mad? When they say, oh, okay. Discussions have accelerated from Ben Jacobs with Felix out the door. I bet we bring Simmons in now. Yeah, that's what I put that on Twitter yesterday as well. How we got that fee for Felix, I'll never know. Felix out the door, good fee. Again, hope probably massively to do with the agents, like doing favours for each other. And Nkunku eventually will leave too. But I did say, like, once one of Felix or Nkunku goes, that's sort of like the spur on to get Xavi Simmons in the door, because it makes room for him in terms of what he is, the hybrid sort of signing, just with extra work rate, etc. So let's hope that we get some good good news today then, if Xavi Simmons, in which case I'm thinking I might go for another 5 minutes. So let's check what we're at in terms of likes and stuff. Because what I might do is have a little 5 minute, last few 5 minutes to get some questions in. We're on 26 likes. We've got 67 people in here. We should be able to get that to 50 really, really easily. So can we really quickly run that up to 50? Because again, if I end the stream now, we need to, that will hopefully help boost everything. So yeah, please drop the likes, get those going, and let's have 5 more minutes of questions, because then what I'll do is later on I'll come back for a second Tactics Talk stream, 2 in 2 days. Yes, I'm going to do Prem predictions 100%. Would you guys want the Prem predictions video? Would you want a separate one? What I might do is a Chelsea predictions video on this channel, and then I might do a Prem predictions video on my second channel, so that I can have a little bit more chat about everybody involved. Because that also reminds me, that was what I was going to ask a minute ago. Is there any videos, any specific details that you want me to touch on in videos? Because like I said, I've got a list of videos that I want to make now. Yes, for all comps. So yeah, we'll probably go for that on the other channel. Fab just said United have checked in for Sesko. Wow. Type in the chat now. Is there a specific topic or video, like Zach basically just did here with he wants a Prem predictions video? Is there a video that you want Chelsea specific on this channel? Wissa no longer for sale. Madness. Like, I keep saying this, and I really do mean this. I got a lot of stick for this when I said it. I would not be letting Isaac go to Liverpool without getting Harvey Elliott in return. I genuinely think, and I know it doesn't solve their attack, like they need to sign a striker as well. But for me, that's like, if they can get Harvey Elliott through the door and still get the huge fee for Isaac as well, that would be like my way of negotiating with them, because you get, in my opinion, somebody who can take that next step and be a primary creator for a top 6 team. If he gets that next step, which I think he does have, I think he could be that guy for Newcastle to then have the runners of Gordon, Elanga, and then whoever you bring in up front who is more of a runner profile, say Jackson, if they were to do that. I just think it would make so much sense. Exactly what Zach's saying. I think they have the runners around Elliot to just make him work to a ridiculous level. I really think it would be brilliant. Like, I think it's such an obvious move in my head. If I was Newcastle, I would not be leaving Liverpool. I would not be leaving that Liverpool negotiation room without Harvey Elliott involved in the deal in some way or capacity. I just wouldn't. Yeah, Strasbourg videos are coming on the other channel. But maybe Chelsea loanees, I'll type that down. Any other videos you guys want to see? Because I'm making a list right now. So I've got about 7 videos ready already that are in the works, like, or on the list for the Chelsea channel. So that makes it 8 if we speak about some loanees and stuff. So any other videos you'd like to see, just let me know in the chat. We'll use this time to sort of do that. Do you think Sesko will work at United? I wrote about this the other day. I think it's risky considering they've already gone for sort of like, they've gone for some safe signings up front. So I guess it makes a bit of sense, because they've already signed sort of like your Prem proven and Burmo and Cunha. But it's expensive. It's expensive. And yeah, I agree with that, Gabrielle. That's what they'll try to get, like 40 odd million up front, and then also lower the Isaac fee as like a sort of, this is 1000% happening, by the way, Paul. It was a staple of the channel last season, and I want this to be a big reason as to why people come to my channel opposed to other channels. Like, this is why I want to be the hook for my channel. Every week, our previews, they won't just be showing you a team that Chelsea should play. It won't just be me picking a team that I want to play. It will be showing you the tactics of the other team, how we could break that down, and the team that could be best to do that. So that's something we did a lot last season, and it's definitely something I'm going to be doing a lot next season, as in every single week we're going to be doing that, and I want that to be the main thing. Teams to watch for the upcoming season, yeah. Managers to watch, yeah. That's for the other channel, but 100% I agree. Create a Discord. Would people be interested in this? I might do that. I might have to make a Discord, because then obviously people can chat. People that are part of the community, they get to chat, like aside from the streams alone. So you can sort of build yourselves like a good sort of community from that. But also you can give me sort of video ideas, things you want to see, because at the end of the day, it's all about what you guys want to see. Like, I want to bring Oh, Hato deal could be done the next hours. Let's go. So yeah, sorry, this has got really messy. I'm seeing like this is where I'm just everything's overload at the minute. I'm seeing things and Chelsea news is happening. I'm trying to sort of plot for the channel and everything's happening at once. So bear with me. But yeah, let's have a little quick refresh. See what we're on for likes. We're on 42. Can we get 8 more before we end the stream? Kaz would like a Discord. So let me know if you guys would use the Discord, and maybe that's something we'll get up in the next week or so as well. Because I can't announce another thing that I'm going to be doing on the other channel, but I'm trying to, again, the other channel is a bit of a passion project to begin with, so that this is like my main channel and everything is Chelsea, but the other channel just allows me to sort of get other bits out of my system that isn't just written work, because I do think that those videos offer a lot of sort of tactical understanding for other people that want to learn. If you guys want to learn more. Hi Victor, what's up? Yeah, just catch the stream back later. A lot of it, to be fair, is just Q&A in this stream. We're going to do another stream later tonight as well. If one of Simmons or Hato gets announced, we will do a specific stream. I do FPL. We did a league last year, but I didn't really keep up with it. What I might do again on the other channel is maybe do an FPL weekly update video, and maybe we do a community FPL. That could be fun. So many ideas going through my head. Like I say this all the time on Twitter. I'm such a my brain really doesn't switch off. So I'm either working on the channel, I'm either doing my analysis work for, again, other people that I do analysis work for, or I'm literally will get to like late at night. Yeah, FPL League on the Discord could work. It'll get to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and I'm noting in my notepad just ideas, because like I say, I'm just scheming at the minute. I want everything to work, and I'm just working really hard. So all the support that you guys bring me is exactly why I get to do what I do, and it's exactly why I get the chances to do this, and why I'm trying to take it all to the next level. It's all for you guys. So thank you everybody for the support. It really doesn't go unnoticed at all. Like I say, Zach is somebody I've known for pretty much near the beginning, and he has always been a massive supporter. Kaz, I see you in pretty much every stream, every comment section. Victor's a name that I recognise a lot. Bruce is a name that always comes in. Like, so many names. Paul, like you said, he's somebody that I've seen a bit. There's just so many names in here that I see week to week, and it is really, really appreciated. So we're going to end the stream in 2 seconds. Seb, big up. Thank you very much. Collabs, yep. I've got a few Chelsea collabs on the way. And then I'm also working on a few non-Chelsea collabs for the new project on the other channel. Kaz, you're not annoying at all. I love having you in the comment sections. Always making me think as well, which I love. So never think that. The more comments, the better. I love having the community feel about it. I think it's more fun. Like, I don't understand why anybody would want their communities to be like silenced. Like, it's no fun that way, is it? Like, the whole point is everybody has different opinions, and I'm trying to help bring my background in football to help teach others and like to help bring their understanding. But I love hearing everybody else's stuff. So it's brilliant. Question after question. Yeah, I love it, Stella. Again, you're another name. Again, like, I see you all the time in streams, so really do appreciate it. Big up, Julian. Zach saying, yeah, big up, bro. Big up. You create by far the best football content on Stefan. Again, another name that I recognise every single time. You create by far the best football content on YouTube, all for free. We're the ones that are grateful. Massively appreciate you all. Big up, Bruce. Large up, Cobra. Yes, thank you all, guys. Like I say, don't keep things. Stay alert, because if another thing happens in the next few hours, we will be back. We will be back. But we're going to end the stream there, because I've got a lot of work to do between now and then, because I am now thinking there's a good chance we get Here We Go in the next few hours. So stay tuned. We'll be back for a special on whichever one it is. Maybe we get a double. Maybe we get the double Dutch Here We Go at the same time, and we do a double Dutch special stream. So yeah, thank you all as always. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon, probably. So peace.